Hey, welcome back yo to another guide for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is Build Challenge 6, Rulers of the Outer Worlds. Just when you thought it couldn't get any harder, the game lobs this one at you. No mercy at all. They've really overtuned these, haven't they? And I just want to say, I'm quite pleased with this build. I think it's quite accessible. I mean, you'll find out throughout the video. Hopefully it's going to work for you without too much trouble. It's going to take a bit of practice, I think. But I think it's one of the simplest ways to do this. And if anything ever gets changed with this particular build in future patches, I will make another video for this, guys, which you'll find linked in the comments or description if it happens. Hopefully it won't happen, but if it does, yeah, check the pinned comment or description, guys, and I'll link there the additional video I might have to do. Right, so first of all, we'll go over the build. So we're going to be using Yuffie, Barret and Aerith for this. Yep, and for Yuffie, her equipment. Yep, these three. She's got Crescent Sickle weapon. She's got an armor piece, which will give you 5. I've gone for something with her which has good defense as well. Now she's got a Speed Demon keychain. Very important, slightly replenishes A to B when you do an action. Materia, A to B boost. First strike. Vitality up ×2. And Spirit up ×2. They're mainly just because her defense is so bad by default. She's got Titan Summoning Materia. She's got HP up, Speed up, and Elemental linked to Fire in her armour. Now she's got A to B charge rate up for the weapon skill. Opening A to B bonus. And these other two don't really matter, so I'm going to unequip those. Yeah, that's what she's got. Pretty much everything there is important. So you need all of that. Right, Barret, he's got a Barrage Blaster. He's got an armour, which will give him 8 slots. He's got a Choco King's Cape, which will make him start with a full A to B gauge right at the start of the fight. Material-wise, Magnify, linked to Barrier. He's got Swift Cast, linked to Time. He's got Auto-Unique ability. That'll make it so he uses this overcharge by himself, which is really good because when he uses it, it grants protection on him. That's why we want that, so we don't have to keep switching to him. We've got Prayer Materia. Barret's pretty much the support for this guide. We've got Odin Summoning Materia, Empowerment. We've got Time. In fact, I can only equip that because we've already got a Time connected to Swift Cast. So we've got Cleansing linked to Magnify. Yeah, Cleansing linked to Magnify. Cleansing is to use Resist so you don't get turned into a frog by Gilgamesh. We've got Fire linked to Elemental in the armour, and Barrier linked to Magic Efficiency as well. Now for the weapon skills, Overcharge Protection, as you can see here, look, grants Protect when you use this Overcharge. We've got Trade-off, Selfish Recovery plus 25%, and Selfish Buff up. Right, last one, Aerith. She's got a Plumose Rod. She's got an armor piece which will give her 8 slots. She's got Genji Gloves. Sometimes she'll be doing like 30k damage. They're very, very helpful for this one. She's got Fire linked to Magic Focus. She's got Fire linked to Magic Focus again. She's got Lightning and Wind. She's got Auto-Unique ability. That'll make it so she warps to her wards when you're not controlling her. Very, very helpful. She's got Phoenix Summoning Materia, HP up and MP up. She's got Magic up, First Strike, Elemental linked to Fire in her armour, and MP Absorption linked to Fire and Ice. Now it's got Enhanced Magic Card, Enduring Ward, Ward Shift Mastery, and Max HP plus 200. Like I say, with Auto Unique, it'll make it so Aerith warps to her ward when you want her to cast magic when you're not controlling her. It's really helpful. It means you don't have to take control of her, warp away, just saves a bit of time. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you something in Yuffie's weapon upgrade tree. You want to make sure you've got this, because what's going to happen is she's going to kind of have infinite A to B, but you need to have all these A to B skills. So this one here, stat boost, weapon ability, A to B recovery for Yuffie. Make sure that is unlocked. Yeah, make sure that's unlocked. Like I say, the way this works, she's kind of going to have infinite A to B for this particular way we're going to do it. But you want to make sure you've got all the A to B kind of recovery stat boost for her. And before you start a fight, make sure you got Brumal Form on shortcuts for Yuffie, guys. Yeah, the Brumal Form skill, weapon ability, make sure it's on a shortcut. I go with L1 and X because you want to be spamming this. We're going to be spamming this in this guide. And then once you've shortcut that, guys, talk to Shadows and jump into Rulers of the Outer Worlds. So you want to pick Barret for number 1, Yuffie for number 2, and Aerith for number 3. Barret 1, Yuffie 2, and Aerith 3. The way we're going to do this is straight away you're going to use haste as Barret on Yuffie. So Barret's going to use haste on Yuffie. Then you're going to switch to Yuffie, use A to B boost, and then start spamming Brumal Form. That's all straight away. Then you're going to wait for the first attack, if there is one. And then once it's safe to do so, Aerith's going to use A to B wards on Yuffie. Then when Yuffie's using Brumal Form in the A to B wards, it's going to basically create A to B for your allies mega quick. But because of all them A to B abilities we've got, she's not going to use any of her A to B. So straight away, spam the back buttons so you open up tactical mode as soon as possible. So before the fight even loads up, start spamming L2 and R2. Haste on Yuffie, quickly switch to Yuffie, A to B boosts, start spamming Brumal Form, wait for the first attack or for a safe time, then it's Aerith, A to B ward on Yuffie. Now as you see here, while you're doing Brumal Form, it creates A to B for your allies mega quick. And then as soon as you get a chance, Barry's going to use Mana Wall, very important, magnified Mana Wall. Yep, then next up, again when safe to do so, Aerith's going to use Arcane Ward on herself. Yep, Arcane Ward on herself. And then basically she's ready to start attacking them. And then Barret's your support. So with these enemies, the beast here, the beast will sometimes change its element. If you're quick enough, you can just spam fire. But if you're a bit slow and he gets a chance to change his element, just make sure you assess him, look on his assess menu and check what he's currently weak to and use that one. But just watch your MP because Aerith will only get MP back when she's using fire or ice. Just bear that in mind. Yep, and so with Barret, so like I say, with Barret, first use haste straight away. Then later, once you get a chance, he's going to use Mana Wall. That's very important. If you don't use Mana Wall as soon as possible, you might die before you get a chance to set this up. And then pretty much, Yuffie's always going to be spamming A to B, Brumal Form in the A to B ward, always creating. And then as soon as Aerith's got 2 full A to B bars, you always spam Fire level 3 or Ice level 3, whatever the boss is weak to. But normally Fire will work. Fire is going to be kind of the most go-to spell throughout the Rulers of the Outer Worlds. That's why I went for MP Absorb on Fire. Just a few times you might have to change it up for Ice or Wind or Lightning, for example, but yeah, most time will be Fire. Yep, so Aerith's always spamming Fire once you've got an Arcane Ward up or something else. And Barret in the meantime, he's going to cast, so he's cast Mana Wall, then you're going to cast Faith on Aerith, so she obviously does more damage. Faith increases your magic damage, by the way. And then he's going to cast Lifesaver. That will make it so he takes some damage which your allies take. And then he's going to use Steel Skin on himself. And then he's going to just use Prey whenever you need health. And obviously you're going to watch Barret, watch your Mana Wall and your haste. And whenever that gets low, he's going to cast it again. Always keep them topped up. And when you kill the beast for the first time, make sure you've got Mana Wall active. It shouldn't matter, I mean we've got Elemental and Fire on everybody in armour. So they're all going to absorb the Rebirth attack anyway. And the Phoenix is weak to ice, by the way. But yeah, just watch Aerith's MP, very important. And don't go too crazy with Barret. But as long as you're doing this quick, you shouldn't be using too much MP with Barret. By the time you get near to about half, the fight should be pretty much done that round. And you move on to the next, and you recover half your MP. So setting this up is what's tricky. But once you get it set up, you pretty much can't really die. So you've got Barret for support, keeping you alive. Aerith just spamming. Once Aerith gets going, you kind of still knock the boss almost. Especially when there's only a single one. And obviously, Yuffie's just there spamming Brumal Form in the A to B ward. So again, keep spamming the back buttons to open tactical mode as soon as possible. Now, Bahamut, Titan will always do that pulse to begin with. But Bahamut, he might come for you to begin with. Or he might do a pulse. If he comes for you, obviously always do the haste and Yuffie ATB boost and start spamming Bremer form. But if he comes to you, do not do ATB ward until after his first attack. But if Bahamut stays there to begin with, to do the pulse, then you can pretty much always do an ATB ward with Aerith. So it's the same again, guys. Haste straight away with Barret on Yuffie. Switch over to Yuffie, ATB boost, start spamming Bremer form. Dodge your first attack if you need to. Then once it's safe to do so, Aerith's going to use ATB ward on Yuffie. Yuffie's going to start spamming Bremer form inside the ATB ward to build up ATB for your allies. And then again, once safe to do so, you're going to use Arcane Ward from Aerith on herself, and Barret's going to use Mana Wall on you all. And then after that, Aerith will keep spamming Fire level 3 or Wind level 3 on Titan. Yeah, we'll go for Titan first, get rid of Titan to begin with. And then Barret's obviously going to use Faith on Aerith. Then he's going to use Lifesaver, Steel Skin, and then he's going to use Prayer when you need healing. And he's obviously going to watch your Mana Wall and Haste when they get low and cast it again. Now with this fight, Bahamut can cause silence on you with a certain attack. So what you might also want to do is, once you get a chance as Barret, use Resist on Aerith, or Resist Magnified, so it is magnified in this build. And what Resist will do, that'll make it so you will not get inflicted with silence. And that can be great in this round, because if Aerith gets hit with silence, you have to wait until she can cast magic again. Barret can also cure, should also have Isuna, so you can also cure the silence if she does get hit with it. But if you've got resist on her already, she will not get inflicted and it will not break up the cycle. You'll not have to wait. And yeah, just pretty much it for that one. Goes by pretty quick. So again, as soon as the next one starts, guys, keep spamming L2 and R2 to open tactical mode as soon as possible, because you want to freeze the fight as soon as possible. The bosses always start with almost an immediate attack on all these rounds. So basically we're trying to get haste before that. That's why I've got swift cast connected to time, to make it, because if not, you will not get it off in time. So straight away, haste on Yuffie. Switch to Yuffie straight away. ATB boost, start spamming Bremer form. There you go. As soon as Aerith gets an ATB gauge, use ATB wards. If you're not quick enough, you might want to wait for the first attack from Odin and Alexander, if you need to. And then once safe to do so again, Barret's going to use Mana Wall. And then Aerith's going to use Arcane Wards. And then now Aerith's going to keep using Fire level 3 on Odin. And then Barret's going to use his normal support commands. You don't need to worry about debuffs on this one. So go from Mana Wall to Faith to Lifesaver to Steel Skin, and then start using Prey to heal up. And then Aerith's going to keep spamming Fire level 3. That's it. Odin might get a chance to vanish. Doesn't really matter if he does. We'll get rid of him pretty quick. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes with this build you can get rid of him before he gets a chance to, but not always. And then once he does vanish, focus on Alexander, of course, and he's weak to Thunder. So use Thunder level 3 in him, but watch your MP. If Aerith gets too low, you can switch to Fire. He's not resistant to Fire, but he's just weaker to Lightning, so I do much more damage. But you can use Fire on him if you get low on MP, so you start gaining MP back. Remember to watch your debuffs. Mana Wall does not last for very long. Keep an eye on that. And definitely keep an eye on Haste. If Haste runs out, guys, it'll completely mess this up, because Yuffie will likely run out of ATB. So make sure you do keep an eye on Haste. Even Mana Wall, that's equally important, because you can die really quick without it. So once you kill out Alexander, if Odin does come back, as soon as he spawns in, start spamming Fire. As hopefully you can kind of stun lock him. There you go, you'll do loads of damage once it's staggered. That beauty, loads of damage. I think I did like, we do 30k to Gilgamesh. Yeah, Gilgamesh. I think I did 80k at one point almost. I think I had a critical. So Gilgamesh is crazy, he'll just go nuts on you. So you've got to be very, very quick and be very careful with when you select your timing to use your builds. But once you get strategy going, guys, this is really good. So straight away, Haste on Yuffie. Yeah, Yuffie, A to B boost, start using Brumal Form. Now if he does any sword play attacks, pretty much any attack where he's going to come close, we're going to try to use Brumal Form towards him. And as usual, once safe to do so, Aerith's going to use A to B wards on Yuffie. And then Barrett's going to use Mana Wall. And then next, for Gilgamesh, after using Mana Wall, the next thing you want to do with Barrett is use Resist. I think I almost forgot to do it here. Yes, there we go, Resist. You need to get that down straight after Mana Wall, because then he will not be able to turn you into frogs, which pretty much just messes up the whole run and you probably have to restart. Right, once safe to do so, Aerith's going to use Arcane Wards. So basically Aerith's order is A to B wards, Arcane Ward, and then start spamming fire. Gilgamesh is weak to fire, so fire's going to work really well on him. And then Barrett, of course, he uses Mana Wall, well, haste, of course, to begin with, but then he uses Mana Wall. Lifesaver, Steel Skin, and then start using Prey. I keep getting tempted to call his skill Foreskin, but yeah, Steel Skin. He's got Steel Foreskin, Barrett. But yeah, and of course sometimes you might need to lob Resist in there if the boss does a lot of debuffs, mainly just with Gilgamesh and Bahamut. But yeah, once Bill gets going, yeah, you pretty much got him, guys. Yeah, and once staggered, that's it, he's pretty much knocked out. Look how much damage you do here. I think I get 30k, look at that, 29,000. I don't know why I gave him so much HP. These bosses are way overtuned. So the final one, guys, Sephiroth. So if you try to beat his shadowy chain, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. I find it best just to be quick, try to get Mana Wall up before he gets chance to shadowy chain anyone. Basically, try to get the build ready, the strategy ready, so as soon as you come out of the first shadowy chain, you're ready to get going. So straight away, haste on Yuffie. You've got to be really quick with Sephiroth. Switch Yuffie, A to B boost. And then once safe to do so, let Sephi do his first attack. And then Aerith's going to use A to B wards on Yuffie. And then Yuffie's going to start spamming Brumal Form, of course. And then straight away, Barrett's going to use Mana Wall. And Aerith's going to use Arcane Ward on herself. Now on that first attack from Sephi, sometimes he'll flip back. So when he goes to first person, just wait for a moment before he casts A to B ward in case he flips back and hits Aerith. Probably only got to wait a second or so. And then once you've got Mana Wall up, A to B ward and Arcane Ward, guys. Just keep building A to B, and now let him shadowy chain you. Do not try to avoid it, it's just going to mess it all up. Let him shadowy chain you, that's the key things. Get A to B ward up, Mana Wall up, obviously haste on yourself to open the fight, and Arcane Wards. And then try to build up everyone's A to B ready. That's it, just let him hit you. Don't try to dodge it. I mean, if you want to, really, you want to block, so you take minimal damage, and obviously get shadowy chained afterwards. And Yuffie can almost die here, that's why we put all them vitality ups and spirit ups. Because even at full health, this attack can kill Yuffie, even with barrier on. She's just got really bad defense. So yeah, he's going to suck it up, guys. Tank that first hit. Right, straight away, get Aerith going. Fire level 3. Yeah, fire level 3. Now what you probably wanted to do as well, on your last character, make sure he's near the A to B ward when you get shadowy chained. Because I was too far away here, and it almost messed it up. So yeah, your last character, unlike me, try to make it so your last character is near the A to B ward when you get shadowy chained. So you're not too far away like I was. Because I was quite lucky here, and Barrett got shadowy chained again. Because what happened, if you get shadowy chained and Mana Wall's not active, you're pretty much dead. But luckily I managed to get Aerith going into a stun lock. So yeah, that's pretty much how it'll go. Like I say, try not to get anybody shadowy chained the second time. But as long as you're near the A to B ward when you recover, that shouldn't happen. And when Virtual Sephiroth gets near half health, start using ice. Because the first affinity he goes with is fire. So yeah, start using ice when you get near half HP, otherwise you're going to heal up a massive chunk of his health. Yep, and once he enters phase 2, if anyone is captured in his chains, they should become freed. So yep, Barrett's free now. I can use Faith on Aerith and start using my Lifesaver, Steel Foreskin, Prey, and of course make sure you keep Mana Wall active and Haste. And yep, just keep spamming away guys with Aerith. Yeah, that auto unique ability on Aerith is mega important just because it makes her warp to an arcane ward automatically when you want to cast magic. And of course with Barret, that auto unique makes it so he uses overcharge himself, which will grant protection and increase his defense even more. So yeah, that's it guys, Brutal Challenge, Rulers of the Outer Worlds. I know it's pretty quick that, but hopefully I've explained it all in a good manner and you can kind of understand it. It might take a bit of practice, but it's very quick to do, so I'm hoping it's not going to take too much time. Like I say, any comments guys, fire away in the description. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the Legendary fights.